Greetings. This will go on YouTube eventually. When you're doing a search of a hoard of wheat cents, whether it be a couple of rolls or a cookie jar or even a bag from a coin shop of 5,000, all sizes, the quickest way and to keep it fun, the first step is to lay them all out in a pile and quickly go through them and throw them in piles by decade. For example, the first pile will be 1909 through 1919. Since there's only one in the aughts, just throw the 09s in with the up through the teens. Then the 20s, then the 30s, then the 40s, and then the 50s. You're probably going to have a huge pile of 50s, a pretty huge pile of 40s. The teens and the 20s and the 30s are going to be a baby pile. That's the way it works. I'm not getting into why. Once you do that, you go back into the valuable piles, those early ones, and pull out any semi-key or key dates. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. That's another lesson for another day. If you don't have one of these, don't watch the video. You'll take 30 years on Google finding out what the better dates are. If you have one of these, and this is not a price guide, it's a information book. Trust me. If you go to the mintage category column, you can see mintages of each date and mint mark. Generally speaking, the very low mintages in comparison are your key dates. 1909S, 1909 SVDB, 1914D, 1921 week mint mark, 1931S, that's it. The semi-keys, I'm not going to name those. If you don't understand mintages because you didn't pass arithmetic in kindergarten, you go to the first column of value and look for the ones that are worth a lot more than the other ones around that period. What did I name? 1909S, $80. 1909 SVDB, $625. 1914D, $150. 1931S, $60. There's your key dates. Semi-keys will be like $15, $10, $15. It's not a price guide. It's an information guide. It's a general knowledge book. That's your first step. So you've identified the key dates and semi-key dates. They have their own pile. There won't be many in there. Might not be any. Might not be any. You still have your teens, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s. Now, even the common pile, the big-ass pile of 50s, you want to look for ones that are in nicer shape, better condition. If they're red or red and brown, another lesson for another day. You're hoping they're not cleaned, but pull those aside because they have value because of condition. Same with the 40s. When you get to that older pile, you don't need to see any red or red and brown. You're looking for a coin that looks like it's brand new. Lincoln's beard's still there. His bow tie's still there. The wheat stalks on the back are probably full. There's exceptions. Lesson for another day. Now you've got a chance to know which ones you could sell for more than 3 cents because that's what wheat pennies are worth. 3 cents to 4 cents. That's it. I forgot one step. That 40s pile, if you're lucky, some of them are gray. They're zinc steel cents from 1943, 43D, and 43S. They're worth more than average wheat pennies. They're worth about 8 to 10 cents if they're circulated. Pull those aside. That's part one. Part two is showing you what it looks like when you take this seriously and you're not just a collector. There was a video about 2 years ago where I took the time to go through a $50 wheat bag. 5,000. I didn't want to do it. I've never done it. My eyes were burning. I actually did 2 like that. Took me 12 hours on the first one, 6 hours on the second one. I had 22 wheat bags that summer that I had bought 3 or 4 bags at a time and threw them out on eBay or Facebook and made a hell of a lot of money because people need that stuff. I paid my cost. I put the retail price out there that was competitive and people bought them left and right. I haven't been able to get them for a while. Enough of that. See that? All right, watch. Philadelphia wheat cents, 1909 to 1949. I'm getting ready to count them. But those, 1914,
1915. Anyhow, they're all the Philadelphia mints. From 1909, I generally don't put the 40s in 2x2s because they're not worth much, but I put a few in there. Some people just want to fill up albums. Here are the S&D mints from 1924S to 1949S, 1929D through 1949D. They're in these boxes. You can see I don't have any S's before 1924, and I don't have any D's before 1929. That's the way it works sometimes. Here's the better stuff that I found in some of those wheat bags. I didn't find all these in the wheat bag. Sometimes I have to buy them one at a time or groups at a time for my high-end customers who are actually collectors. They're not just filling up books with junk. Behold. Now look, 1909 VDB. I have a few. All those coins have value. $5 to almost $30. There's 1913. That's a really nice one. Look, it's almost uncirculated. Some of these are circulated, but there's a semi-key date. See that? It's worn out, but it's a 15S. You get the point. You need a lot of knowledge to do this, but there's knowledge people out there that will help you. When you get into the more common stuff, look at that nice shiny 1936 uncirculated. 1937. There's a few steel cents. This one here's a problem. It's been reprocessed. I don't know why that's on the big boy board. But you understand that you can't learn this in an hour. It was 4 years of collecting and going to the coin shop after my regular job to get some of this knowledge. See this one? Look at this. A friend sent me that because he's my friend. I sent him something. He sent me two really nice 1939 Philadelphia uncirculated. I could sell those, but they were a gift, so I like them. I kept them. There's one for sale. All right. There's some uncirculated rolls. Wheat pennies. I'm a dealer. I enjoy this. If I can help you learn, maybe you'll spend some money with me. Maybe you won't. But if you're a knucklehead who asks these retarded questions and somebody who has the knowledge types you an answer and they're a bit of a smart ass, it's because we get annoyed that you didn't do any work. You didn't go to a coin shop. You didn't go to a coin show. You probably didn't even run to Google. You just went and said, what's it worth? These are nice. If you're an expert in sewing, are you going to have patience with someone who asked you how to put thread on a needle? Nope. That's my point. Have a great week, people. I'm enjoying this group. It's a mess. While I'm enjoying it, I'll stay. Some of my guru friends may hop in here. If you're a pain in the ass, I'm going to block you. You can do the same thing with me. I don't care. Ciao, people.